there's a Bing. Apparently, only I hear. It's the Bing that tells me it's time for AtlanticScrum. It is Josh and Sam. AgileVentures stand up. AgileVentures assemble or something. Things going on with me. I've had the order graders meeting, getting ready to push the MOOC live. That's the massive open online class. Yes, yeah. So that's about the size of it there. I've been working all on adding stuff to the Reek code quality tool to help like automate the process of checking people's code, checking makers' code, just checking code. That's what I've been doing. How are things going with you, Josh, and Winnie, and Balint, and other people arriving left, right, and center? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just posted the link to the Heroku.
You did. Yes. I will share my screen and I will bring it up. I will if the buttons will be on my side. Yes. Lovely. Yes, I saw an earlier version of this. This now looks like there's been some more styling changes. Yes. This is great progress. How are you guys doing?
I think we're doing well. I kind of want to change that background color though.
Sure. But knock yourself out. Just I mean, as I said before, like, you know, make it, you know, feel free to do what you need to do. I noticed that in the previous version that I saw, the image links were working. The image links seem to have temporarily broken here, but that's clearly not a big deal. I'm sure you can deal with that. Yes. But so, what can I do to help you guys? You're obviously making good progress.
I guess just kind of like look at it in terms of the nav, like just kind of go around and see, like if you like the way it kind of navigates, and then I guess we need to talk to some charities at some point and see if they find it intuitive.
Sure. Yes. I mean the key thing for the adding the project is that would be an admin function, and so yeah, add the project, create the project. That's the kind of thing that's that you know, for the admin, and as the admin of the site, yes, I love it. I would say I'm not sure. So this one it says view open projects. That's a list of requests. So like that's a list of like charity work that might be wanted to be done.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So I mean, I guess just in terms of that, I mean, I would just title that, you know, myself in the first instance, like, you know, AgileVentures charities, or I don't even know if we actually need a link to that on the front page. Like, you know, in terms of just my temptation is to go for stripping it down to absolutely as simple as possible. So, you know, the basically you wouldn't necessarily need to see this link until you had clicked request help for your charity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, and then you've got there the edits, the visit site. Yes. Yeah, I click here to request help for a charity. Oh, cool. Yeah. Ooh. Right. Ooh. So here I can sign up, and so let's give it that. Okay, so having signed up, I'm now signed in, and then right. But so I guess ideally, having signed up, this would disappear, right? Because I don't want to sign up again. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. Yeah.
And I guess what I would right. So this is me. I guess probably what might be. Let me go back now to that previous. No. Well, so if I'm going through the sign up process like that, so that I like that the way you got sign up, but it's also, you know, that's just where requesting help just goes straight there. So you know, we do this. Okay, yeah, okay, and you've got those things in there. Yeah, oh, okay, right. and I guess, having signed up, we could then be going to, the profile for that charity/user, and then, that would be a place for them to maybe add more details. But so we'll just try. Thinking about, yes. So I guess at the moment, once you've logged in, it's kind of, we've got a, it's showing us a list of requests. Whereas I guess, I don't know, it might be more intuitive. I mean, and to a certain extent, you shouldn't necessarily, just because I'm saying things, don't just run away and just, we must make changes because Sam has said so, or Tansako said so, or whatever. I'm just sort of thinking out loud as I use system. Arguably for this component, it's going to be what makes most sense for the charities. But clearly, if there's simple things that we can sort out here, so yeah, probably don't want to see this button again here. And so I would sort of imagine having signed in, like, and then having more this is your profile, and then you might have the option to upload an image for your profile or what have you, and kind of like get yourself all neatened up, and then you'd say, now I want to be able to see a list of all the other charities who are looking for help or something. No, but cool, yeah, nice about page. I'm finding this the shadow font a bit difficult to read. It makes me feel like I'm drunk. I don't get to drink enough, much as I do love feeling drunk, and I'm not allowed to drink very much because I have children and they make hangovers. Have I mentioned how, if you have children, hangovers are just awful. I can't really enjoy drinking because I'm always thinking tomorrow I'm going to have a hangover and my children are going to be noisy. And it's just going to be absolutely awful.
Well, I think originally, before we changed everything to match. Okay, Valen, can you mute yourself? I keep hearing like me twice.
You're not echoing for me. You sound perfectly clear to me. But if you've got a bit of an echo, Winnie, I would recommend putting headphones on. That's what
I do have headphones on though.
Oh, you do have headphones, and you're hearing an echo. But so yeah, I guess Ballant is unmuted. Perhaps I will mute him for you, and then you will not have an echo. Let's see. How about now?
Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
So yeah, I was just saying, before we kind of changed all the colors to kind of match the old website. Yeah, I'm not sure if you probably saw the one we had before that, but everything was kind of black and gray and whatever. And then the font was white. So when I initially had the shadow, it was helping the white kind of pop out more.
Yeah.
But now that we still have the shadow, I don't know. I could go and fix it.
Yeah. I mean, that's they're all minor. I'm just sort of thinking out loud as I interact with the site. So now, have you got? I mean, I think in particular, to show this to charities, we might, I guess the key thing that I want to do is like actually have the image link kind of in there rather than being a broken link. So I guess are you making tickets or making notes of like?
It works locally. It's just that something happens on Heroku where if you were to add the image right now, like if you were to click on edit,
right,
whatever, and then just add the image, then it would just show up.
Okay. So maybe you need to delete these and recreate them with the correct images. I mean, I guess it's trying to load these like this, and it's obviously not. But I mean, the previous version on Heroku did show the images. So what changed? I guess did you like redeploy to a new version and copy the database across or something?
Maybe it's a matter of having to migrate on the Heroku again. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, so I mean, in principle, we can show that to a charity. I guess, yeah, it would be. I guess the two things that I would I guess if I was to say three things that maybe we should just get sorted before I show it to a charity is one, the image links. I think.
Well, the thing is, if you wanted to show it to them, if you just wanted to put the pictures in.
Me personally do that.
Or whoever, just whoever's showing the charities, you could just, all you have to do is click edit local support, and then there's a place to choose the image, and then it'll just stay there.
Right. Yes. Is that something? Well, you had selected a couple of images. I mean, I guess. Do you just want to do that for me? I mean, like, yeah, I guess I can do that, but
Will
I,
well, I mean, will it stay there though? Like if I don't think it'll stay like if we deploy again. Like I'd probably have to just put the image back again.
so you're thinking each time that you deploy, the images get wiped away? That
Maybe.
sounds really weird, but okay. But I mean, so ideally what one should start to have is, you have, particularly if I was taking one site and I was going to show that to a charity, then, I mean, like, these things are free, right? So you could call this one your production thing and stop deploying to it, right? And then you can, for development and changes that you need to do, you can push them to a staging site, which would be, given another name. I mean, you can even, when you create your Heroku apps, you can assign them names, right? Or you can go in through the Heroku interface and like change this to AV Showcase Production, and like we had. So I'll just show you. I mean, this is, so one of the things we have for our site, like here, is we have like a develop site. We don't have the SSH certificates on it, but for our like harrowcn.org.uk, we have staging and develop and the various ones. I mean, you don't need to have all of these, but in particular, that's something that you need to get set up to manage. Is, if one is going to start using, and I can't find where it's gone. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? I don't know what's gone. Oh, here it is. There it is. Yeah. Then, what, to the extent that you start showing stuff to people outside, then you need to have like a stable version, and then you're a bit more careful about deploying to that one. Does that make sense?
I guess.
Cool. Okay. So, I mean, I could potentially show this to somebody tomorrow, but yeah, I mean, I guess since at least one of you had sorted out those images, if you could just put them back in, that would be great. I mean, and maybe put a side ticket to investigate why the image is disappearing every time we redeploy, and that would be something to investigate on, another.
Well, Rich said something about how it only stays for 18 hours or something, and then Heroku is I don't know what did Josh, did you understand? You're muted again.
Yeah, I mean, I think there is a thing, like, I can see from these things that this is, you're using it and you're kind of like deploying to the file system. I mean, ultimately, I guess for the image upload, one wants to get set up with Paperclip, or I think Sam Morgan has some other environment that he prefers, where they get, hosted on Amazon or what have you, and those things. I mean, that's the long-term thing. But I guess what I was trying to do there was go through like a high-level list of things that we might need to sort out before showing it to a charity, which is, I mean, like, if I was going to do that tomorrow, what I would love for you guys to do is to give me a link to a place where, however you work it out, the images are showing up, or just remove the images for the moment. I mean, either way, let's just like not have an obviously broken bit that will distract the person I'm showing it to. And so I would say, for that process, when they go through this and they sign up, have them land, I would say, on the kind of edit page for their, like at the moment, you're having them land on like a list of things of the different ones, and then they have like edit associated just with the one that they created. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that it makes more sense to, so one was sort the images out, remove them, fix them. I don't mind. Two, remove this click here to request to help your charity once you've signed in, and then when you sign in, like, you should land, I think, on like the page for one organization, and you have the option to edit there. That's fine, to put more information in or not, and that would be a context in which you might also have a link to see all of the different organizations as well. But yeah, that view open projects, I think, doesn't make much sense in the context of the first page, if you know what I mean. And it kind of ends up, what we don't want to do is provide too many options for the user in the first instance, I would say. So does that sound like a reasonable set of things to work on? And if you had some of those done by sometime tomorrow, I could get some feedback from a
one second. So you said you don't want view open projects to show up if they're not signed in. Is that what you said?
Well, I think I was saying that it doesn't need to show up like here immediately. Like, I mean, you could have that. I would say, like a lot of places they have. Oh, I don't know if we do that. GitHub.com. They have like the set of links at the very bottom, which are like in the footer, for like stuff down here, which is basically out of the way. I think that in the first instance here, like we don't need this up top, I would say. I mean, if you and instead of the wording view open projects, I think it doesn't like. I mean, if you want to, if it's easier, if like putting in a footer would be a pain, and you just want to add it here, you could have like a button here, and it said list like all charities, for example. Yeah, is more a description of what it is. Like at the moment, if you click view open projects, you go to the charity profiles, right? So I'm seeing a mismatch between the words here and where we're ending up. And by having it in the middle, from a sort of a CI point of view, we're kind of, that's the call to action for people to kind of go and look here. But, if we were thinking about developers in the, the main site, right? Yeah, they want to go and see a list of open projects, right? Because they want to know where to work on. But if we're here and it's like for the charities, we don't really want them going to this list of charities particularly, at least not initially. We want them to see like, oh, look at the showcase. Oh, I'm excited. I want to get help too. And we want to get them to sign up. And then maybe, viewing and it's not a list of, it's not open projects, viewing the list of other charities, might be there. But it's kind of secondary. And so, it could easily be slapped into the text for here, or to be a second, another button in here, or moved just somewhere else. I think I'm saying it doesn't need to be front and center here. Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, have a go. I mean, and feel free to come back like later on today and clarify. Okay, you were thinking you needed these three things, or we're just going to do two of them, or what have you. Whatever you can manage to fit in. It's not. I'm just trying to think how to get the most out of showing it to a charity. I mean,
would you by any chance have some kind of a picture that we can use in the background there, like kind of like you will have for your main site, but that we could use for the charities?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we found that like basically by going on. What did we use? Oh, there is a thing called Creative Commons search, which is like this, and you can search for stuff. And then I think I originally found that by doing pair programming in here and searching in Google Images like this and finding. And I think we've ultimately found that. There you go. That's the one. And you can adjust this to like go for the large scale ones, so you get that they work well. So
wait, there isn't like an issue with copyright or anything?
Well, that's this thing. Look, I want something that I can use for commercial purposes, modify, adapt, or build upon. So Creative Commons is a framework whereby people mark up materials so that it, to let you know how it can be used. And so if you're searching for this, like when it goes through to Google Images, see, this is like, it's been labeled with this particular kind of, so open source, right? Ruby is open source. Microsoft stuff, not open source. Yeah. But so this is similar kind of open source or not open licenses for media, for content, not just for software.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just paste the link for that into here. So if you want to, have a look around for relevant images and so on, that would be a great starting place, I would say. And as I say, that is exactly how I found the image that we have in the main site here. So there's no secret. You're seeing all of the secrets. You're now. This is like the Jedi stuff that the cool people do. I'm not very cool guy. I mean, it's the Jedi stuff that the cool person I aspire to be would do if they were cool. Anyway, I'll put that also into your Ronin channel because we know how the what are they called? The Hangout ones disappear. That link to search for content. Cool. Yes. Yeah. Anything else I can help you with?
I think we got enough to do.
Yeah. I mean, this is, you've got a good base here. Yeah. And yeah. I mean, I guess what is it now? It's Tuesday. So I mean, you're kind of going to be looking at having a sort of a feature freeze by the end of Wednesday and a sort of
Tomorrow.
yeah, and end of tomorrow. So I mean, I certainly can try and show it to charity tomorrow, but we're getting to the point where, well, maybe the suggestions we'll get will be kind of cosmetic, and we'll having got the base down, we'll be moving into the cosmetic part of it, and just sort of And are you thinking that you prefer to go with the original style and logo and color scheme, or you'd like to do something different? I guess because it's gone that way, that represents a sort of a decision on your part to go for the existing color scheme and stuff.
I think for now that we might make some adjustments.
Sure, cool. Well, as I say, don't feel constrained. Like I'm very happy to see completely new things. Okay. Well, unless you guys have any other questions, I'm tempted to move on and catch up with you again tomorrow.
Sounds good.
All right. Good work, guys. This is you've got a great foundation here. I've got various people who are quite. There's other people champing at the bit. And they say, well, we'll get involved, and then everybody's quite excited about this is a base. I know you guys have got your big presentation on Friday, but we're really excited about having this as a base and building further on your great work. So well done, guys. I really appreciate all the effort you're putting in. Okay, and I need to share screen. Unshare screen so I can do a thumbs up as well. Yes. Cool. All right. Okay. Bye for now. Take care.
Bye.